Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Cosmic Legion's Slygor Riz. Now as we can see, this figure comes in the new standard Cosmic Legion's window box packaging. And if we turn the box around, we can see multiple images of a bunch of figures from the Cosmic Legion's lineup. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Slygor Riz. This is a very cool figure that I've been anticipating for well over a year. You know, I did pick up a few figures from the first wave of Cosmic Legions, and man, I fell in love with some of those figures, especially the Tusk. I just love their design, and this is one I was really wanting from the second wave, and he's finally here. And now what I have here is the configuration of him that's pretty much the base buck and the base version of this character with everything stripped down, because this is a deluxe figure and he has a lot of other things going on. So this is just him again, fairly stripped down. But we do get that really cool Slygor head, which I think looks awesome. I love the different aliens that we're getting in the Cosmic Legions. It's just so cool to me. The designs that they're doing are so out there and unique. I really like this one, those blacked out eyes. These almost like tiger stripes going down in the back of the head. Just looks so good to me. I love this so much. And I know we're getting another character of this race in the Ox Crew wave, I believe. So that's really cool too. I really like this race so far. So it might be my favorite. I just really like the way they look. But then the suit here is your basic like Tusk suit. So if you have any of the Tusk, or you've seen any of the Tusk, you know what to expect. But this has that really awesome deep metallic blue. I just love it so much. And then you got the textures of the different grays and things like that, and the blacks all throughout the suit. But man, I just love what the Horsemen do when it comes to detail. It is just crazy the amount of texturing and lining, and it feels like every time you pick this figure up, or any of their figures, you spot some type of new sculpt. I mean, it is pretty intense of the designs that they do. I love them so much. They do incredible work. And then when you get high quality paint like this metallic blue is something very special. I love it so much. So again, this is just a look of the basic figure. Now let's get into all the other rad stuff. Now we're going to get into the accessories, because damn, homeboy here has a lot of stuff, because again, this is a deluxe figure. Not only is he a specific character in the Cosmos world, you know, the story that they're telling with Cosmic Legions, but he also can be used as a army builder of things like that, because these are basically like prison guards, and Slygor here is their leader, their captain, or whatever you want to call him. So again, we just get a ton of stuff. So we have different things of different hands, which I love. And that's one thing that's always been with Legion, is that I always wish they came with more hand options. You would always really just get the gripping hands, and that was it. Thankfully, they're moving forward and giving us more hand options with figures, and that really adds a whole lot. So I got, you know, a gripping hand there, a more loose finger hand there. We got trigger finger hands, which are fantastic. And this is going to sound so weird, but I am so happy that we're getting a closed-fisted hands. This is just something that would always upset me about Mythic Legions. Like, how do none of these guys punch, and they all punch with like loose hands? I don't know, something about a closed fist is always welcome, so I'm glad they're finally including that. Now we're going to kind of play dress up with this guy again, because there's just so many options. So you do get this back torso piece right here, which is really cool, and you get to see a little spinal column area like that. This is going to kind of go over the shoulders, and you'll see a little peg section that plugs into this rectangular peg like that. You got to give it a push down like so, get that on there, and you can see how it bulks up the figure already, and we're looking really good with what we have just by that alone. Now we're going to take this guy and play dress up with our toys, because again, he is a deluxe figure, so he comes with so much stuff. So again, we have him in Slygor configuration here with his, of course, the Slygor head. We have this really cool back armor, which I do love. This comes with some of the other Tusk characters. And we're going to take this big squared tab here and pop it into there like that. So we're going to start at the top and kind of give it a push down. And you can see it gives it this really cool spinal column look like that. It adds bulk to the shoulders and the back of the neck, which already looks awesome. I love that a lot. And now we're going to go ahead and take this collar piece that we get. This is really cool too. It's going to add even more bulk. So what I like to do is start from the back and kind of push down and then work along the seams like that. And it could be a little finicky, honestly, when you're putting this collar piece on. See how it just kind of like popped up? It could honestly be a little bit of pain in the butt. You might want to heat it up with some hot water to loosen it up a bit. But there you go. That works out really, really good. So I love that. Again, another option for display like that. We can also take this really cool translucent dome and go ahead and pop that on over that like there, and then you get this really awesome purple looking piece that just looks, again, really cool. I love that they added the purple to this. It really stands out as something special with the purple mixed with that metallic blue, and you'll see more of that purple a little later. Man, I love that. Again, more options are always great. So I went ahead and took off that back piece right here, and I took off the center piece like that. That is a separate piece, so I do love that. And we're going to put on this whole new armor section that can kind of slide over the head, but I'm going to go ahead and take the head off because I'm going to show you more head options. And this is going to kind of just come over the neck in the front like that, and it fits in very snugly over the entire armor, changing that look entirely of the upper torso, which I think looks really cool. But then we also get shoulder pad options. So you got these pads right here, or the pegs, excuse me, that you plug these shoulder pauldrons into like that. Go ahead and add that, and there you go. And you can see how we're kind of like bulking him up more with that. I think that works out really, really good. Now we also, again, do get extra head options. So we have the more science officer, I believe this is. We first saw this helmet with, the science officer from Cosmic Legions from the first wave, which is one of my favorite figures from the first wave and still one of my favorite figures in Legions so far. I love that thing. But just seeing it in these colors, again, with a metallic blue, that purple visor, you can see the red eye through there. That looks so awesome. What a great look for this character. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that one off, and then I'm gonna pop in this one right here, which is, I believe, is the Tusk Sentry head. I really like this. This is definitely one of my favorites. Again, very similar in style, definitely more slim. Again, you get that purple visor, the red eye going through there, so I love that a lot. Now, with both of these heads, they do have a little visor. I have to use something very thin, like a little tack that I'm using here. You can pop off the visor, and you can see what the head sculpt under there looks like. You can see more of that paint, some extra detail in there. Looks really good. That red eye, I love that so much. But we also get head options for this head right here. We could get these little extra pieces that are like dome pieces, and you can see their inlay of that will fit as the visor over that, and you can go ahead and pop these on like so. Now you got this big purple dome, which I think looks really rad. Again, I love purple. I love the more options, all about that. You can pop that one off. We also get the same one done in that same metallic blue. So almost like a type of like riot face helmet shield kind of thing going on. So you could pop that on. Again, so I just love all the options that we're getting. That looks really cool. Again, those metallic blues, man, just stand out as something really nice. I am really happy with the way that turned out. Now what I went ahead and did and added these hoses that the thing comes with, which is really cool because you could connect them from this upper torso piece to like the back of the belt. You could take them off and plug them into like these side pegs right here on the arms if you want to do something like that. You could even connect them to like some of the weapons, which is really nice. So I love that. Again, just the amount of options that this guy comes with is insane. I am genuinely falling in love with this figure, and I'm going to need probably a few more to really army build. And again, all the options that you get, you could have them all looking dramatically different, which is really cool. Now, speaking of that arm peg like that on the forearm, we get this really cool translucent purple like display, like a hollow display, which is really cool. It has the purple, again, the translucent purple. You see that a lot in this figure, and it has like this little galaxy system thing going on, like maybe he's hunting somebody and is looking at a planet where that bounty could be or something. I don't know, but that's dope, dude. Again, I just love the color of that. We also do get the standard rifle that we've seen with a lot of these figures, done in that same dark gray with some lighter gray highlights throughout the figure. I love that a lot. And we also, of course, do get the hole on that side with these little clear translucent pegs. This is for pegging into any of the weapons anywhere you want. And maybe if you want to holster that, take the hose off and holster it onto like the back of the belt, you could do that. I mean, you could technically peg it to the forearm there if you wanted to, so that's really nice. Now, let me go ahead and get that back on, because then I want to show off this thing right here, which is his baton. I love this a lot, man. Again, you see the metallic blues, blacks, and grays. You do get this topper piece like that. And this is interesting. I do like that they did this. We get two options for this. I'm going to take this one off because I see more people using this one, which you can see has a translucent, electrified, you know, shock baton kind of thing with that. And this is one where the power is like turned off. I think it's really cool. I'll never use this, but I mean, for pictures and displays and storytelling and things like that, I totally like the fact that they included that. And I love that even a lot of their weapons are modular. That's really, really cool to me. Now, speaking of modular weapons, this shield that this guy comes with is modular AF, man. So again, I love, this is the base of the shield that you're mostly going to use. We do get multiple types of peg systems for this thing, which I think is really cool. They're going to have different size actual little pegs coming out from them like that, and those are going to be for different types of options. So I'm going to start off with this one here. You're going to go ahead and take that, pop it in through the back like that, give it a nice push all the way through. And then you're going to go ahead and take, well, how we have an actual handle that we can hold on to like that, peg that in there so you can actually hold onto the shield. And then we get this face plate that it comes with, and go ahead and peg that on right there. And how cool does that shield look? I'm sure that says something. I haven't researched what those words are, but it looks cool. Again, I love the detail of the paint, that metallic blue, all the silver studs, all looks really, really rad. I'm going to take that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this off as well, because I'm going to use this one right here with the more thicker peg like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a new faceplate, which is this translucent purple one like that. And that looks really cool too, like it's more of a plasma shield, and that is awesome, man. Now that thicker peg is going to be for using things like the portholes. So if you just don't want him to hold it, you can just peg it into his arm like that, and then he holds the shield like there, which I think, again, a very cool option. But now I'm gonna go ahead and take this off again. Let's take this off. I'm gonna go ahead and put in that thinner one back on like that. We're gonna go ahead and put on the handle, and then let's go ahead and put on the more right shield plate on like that. That's really cool too. And now we're gonna talk about this new back adapter that comes with this figure. And we all know what the back adapters are used for when it comes to Legions. And this is a new cosmic one, which I think looks really cool. You're going to take this and just kind of peg it into that back slot like that. You have little options here where you could take these hoses and plug the hoses into them, things like that. But what I've been doing, that center hole like that, been taking the right shield handle, sliding that in there, and there you go. Now you can hold the shield. You can even like rotate that a bit and hold the shield on the back, which again is so awesome. You get so many options. I just love it. This guy has just been endless fun with all the different things you could do with him. He is such a badass. I mean, damn, dude, from every aspect of the sculpt, the paint, the articulation, and all the options. Oh my God, I think I'm in love. Now I'm going to go ahead and show off the figure here. We get all stripped down with no extra armor and bulk and things like that. So the head is on a ball peg, it rolls around, does turn left and right, especially with the base of the neck peg. That is a different section. It goes up and down, pivot side to side. Arms can go full 360, up and out about that far. We get rotation at the elbow as well as a bend at the elbow like that. We got a rotation at the glove cut like so, well, rotation at the wrist as well as hinges at the wrist. And depending on the hands, you get vertical or horizontal hinges. You get a ball peg at the base of the torso like that. So that rolls around left and right, crunches back and forth, pivot side to side. Hip joints can kick all the way up and forward, back, splits all the way out, rotation of the upper thigh, joint at the knee that bends. Looks like it's about 90, maybe a little past 90. It also rotates, ankles go up, down, and a really sweet ankle rocker. So, you know, considering Cosmic Mythic Legions aren't the most articulated figures, that is because they have a, you know, functionality where you could take off different parts, mix and match parts between different types of figures, you know, and too much articulation would really hinder that, and you wouldn't really have that pop and swap feature, which a lot of people love about these lines. So what you do get here, I think it works. I think it's really all you need. It could probably use a little more, but I think it just works, man. I love these figures, and again, I love everything that they're doing with Cosmic Legions. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mayfix Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Cosmic Legions figures, being the Tusk Science Officer and Tusk Sentry. And for even more Horseman comparison, here he is standing next to the Figura Obscura Sun Wukong the Monkey King and Mythic Legion's Scapular the Cryptbreaker. And for even more comparison, here he is standing next to a Mezco 112 Collective Hawk P40 and 1000 Toys Master Chief. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the new Slygor Riz. And man, what an incredible figure from the Four Horsemen, as this Cosmic Legions lines just feels like something special. But man, I love that Slygor head sculpt. I love this really cool looking alien race with the bald head, that dry looking skin, those crazy markings, and those jet black eyes. I mean, doesn't he look just like your mom? No, seriously, this figure is incredible, man. I absolutely love the sculpt of that Tusk armor. It has so much detail and texture and life. It is mind-blowing to see how much work and effort was really put into the designs of these figures, and especially with this metallic blue paint with the two-tone grays and blacks and all that stuff is just fantastic. Add in all these different parts to make pretty much a dozen different versions using just the one single figure is pretty cool, man. I love the modularity of this line and Mythic Legions, all the different parts that you get from a modular baton to a modular shield, all the different head sculpts, the hoses, the weapons. I mean, it just feels endless with this guy, and I love that. This is one of those figures that you kind of feel like you need to buy multiples of, because you want one of every version to display, and honestly, it would probably be worth it because he is such a badass figure. I absolutely love this piece, and I think he is definitely a must-get. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.